Man, so I quit that job. Man, listen, I couldn't do it. I remember going to work. Folk were like, man, you gonna get fired, bro. I was like, man, let them folk fire me, man. At the time, I was on something else. I was sick of being under the thumb of the job I was at back in '05. And it was a long time ago. And I was just sick of being under the thumb. Man, people telling me what I can and can't do, when I can take off, when I can go on vacation, when I can leave early, when I couldn't. I left too many times. You can't keep leaving. You can't keep calling in sick. I got sick of it. And I remember, man, going in the office with the supervisor and the manager. And they said, if you be late one more time, we're going to have to let you go. I promise you, I'm going to be real with you. I was a little nervous, but I had already been in them streets before, so I was making it then, doing some other stuff. So it wasn't like I never experienced not having a job. So man, I just got enough guts in me, and I just was like, listen, I'm straight. They're like, you quitting? I'm like, yeah, I'm gone. And I went back out into the streets, selling my secular music. I had a bad CD. Me and my partner. This was before I got saved, and I went back out into the streets selling that CD. And I remember this was a time when gas just got stupid high. It was skyrocketing. I remember back then, man, it was probably like $4 for regular. Like, so here I am feeling like, oh my God, this is probably the worst time I could have quit my job. Like, and not only that, the streets ain't what they were. The hustle wasn't that anymore. And before then, it wasn't hustling illegal stuff. You hustling things. You know what I'm saying? You might get a plug on this, and you go out into the streets and you sell it. You know what I mean? Not just selling drugs or none of that, but just selling other things that you might have gotten the hookup on. You know what I mean? So I was into that. But anyway, man, I turned around, got out there, and realized, I said, Lord, this probably the worstest time. I ain't say Lord at that time. Let me be real. I'm just like, bruh, this like the worstest time I could have quit my job to go back out in these streets. Man, a couple months later, God moved into my life, moved into my heart, got saved the whole 9 yards, waited a whole year. Uh, and God was just sustaining me on some other things that I just still can't explain how I was making things happen. But I'm gonna be real with you. He was coming through, but I still was losing what the world would say. But anyway, I remember getting the gospel rap album and feeling like I need to go get a job. But the vision that God had given me, I knew I couldn't do both of them. I couldn't do both of them. Like, I knew I couldn't do both of them. The vision he had gave me, I couldn't imagine getting off work at 3, 4 o'clock and then going to the corner trying to promote my music, knowing I just got out of work, knowing I just did 10 hours, knowing I just did 8 hours. Man, I knew I couldn't have done it. But I knew the vision he had given me was to be able to travel on my own, setting out the trunk of my car, promoting in the streets constantly. So I knew that I couldn't have gotten a job. And I knew that if I got a job, what he had told me, it probably wasn't gonna come to pass, because he was showing me a day-to-day, all-day thing. But remind you, man, I had never seen anybody or heard of anybody in the streets selling a gospel rap album. So that was so foreign for me. Not only that, I didn't even think people would even buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I need to go get a job. I need to go get a job. But I wanted to be obedient. Man, I was hearing from the Lord. I knew he was speaking to me. I wanted to be obedient. I didn't want to forfeit the blessing. I didn't want to drop the ball. But I was like, I know I can't get out here and be doing nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Not only that, man, I really didn't want to be out there selling anything that wasn't the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to say I was selling the Lord, but what I mean is that I didn't want to be at a place where I wasn't working for God. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to work for God. I wanted to preach the gospel. I wanted to enhance the kingdom. I wanted to move like that. So I knew that if I got a 9 to 5, I was gonna be back doing what other people wanted me to do. I knew that I was gonna be back not happy because I ain't got my own thing, because I'm making somebody else's dream a reality for them. I was just at that place where I just knew, like, in my spirit, I felt like that it wasn't right. I felt like it just wasn't right if I went and did that. So man, I pushed on. You know what I mean? Like, I pushed on, and I knew that the gig. And let me be honest, man. It took a lot of nerve and a lot of faith to believe that God was gonna provide, because I had never seen it before. I tell people all the time, like, man, I had never seen what I jumped out there and did. So there was no blueprint to it. So here I am thinking to myself, like, man, this is what I'm trying to do for a living. I remember being out there just like, man, I just need to make $100 today. I need to make $100 today. Like, and that would be my goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could just get 100, if I can get close to 100, if I can get 84, 82, 92, 95, Lord, $99, like, I just need to get close to 100. 100 will be great. And if I can go over 100 a day, Lord, man, that would be a blessing. And it was days that I got over 100. It was days that, man, I hit 200. Man, it was days where I did 250, a weekend, especially in a small country, you know what I mean? A small little country town, you know what I mean? Like, I'm fresh, I'm new, I'm putting up in the car, and we got it shrink wrapped, and I got my dudes jumping out. We got the t-shirts on, we got the backpacks on, full of CDs, and man, it was days that, man, I got back in the car, had $200, had more than I would made at a job in one day. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that I couldn't have got a gig, but when I tell you I had a goal set every day, man. I didn't worry about if it was Monday. I didn't worry about Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. I just worried about, I pushed for the day. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have worried about Tuesdays and Wednesday, man, you gonna start saying, when that Monday don't look the way you need it to look, man, what you gonna do? You gonna start looking for a gig. You're gonna go hop on the internet. Go, at the time was the Commercial Appeal. You know what I'm saying? You're looking through the Commercial Appeal, which is the newspaper down here in Memphis, and you're gonna start looking at the wanted section, trying to see who hiring. You know what I mean? And so for me, I couldn't worry about Tuesday and Wednesday. You can't worry about the next day. You got to focus on the day. Like, when you grinding, doing entrepreneurship, man, you got to worry about today. You got to focus on today. You can't be focused on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. What's going to come? Who knows what's going to happen Tuesday? You might mess around, and God might send a break you need, and you was sitting here worried about Tuesday on a Monday, when Tuesday was going to be the life-changing situation. You know what I mean? So I only focus on Monday. And I was blessed with that, because I'm gonna be real with you. It was moments where I was like, man, I probably do need to go back and get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a family to feed. Man, I got a child at the time. Like, I, I, I gotta take care of these folks. I can't drop the ball. But one thing I would say, man, we never went hungry. We never went without nowhere to stay, like my own place. Man, lights on, gas in the cars. Man, God was doing his thing. You know what I mean? Without the 9 to 5. Now, I never try to push not having a 9 to 5 on a whole masses of people. Nah, it's only for a few. Man, it's only for a few that could do it without having a 9 to 5. You got to be a stupid hustler. Man, you got to be a stupid grinder. You got to know that this is it. Today, like, I gotta make it happen. It ain't no sitting in the car. It ain't no sitting on the hood of your car playing around. It ain't like a gig. At a gig, man, you can go in the bathroom and play sick and still be on the clock. Know what I'm saying? So I never try to make it seem like, for people that, man, not working a 9 to 5 is it's just easy. It's plenty of folk out here that's on the tube that want to talk about, man, they quit their 9 to 5 and man, listen, it's only a few that can survive without their 9 to 5 trying to push their product without no clock. So I ain't finna paint no picture like it's made for everybody, because it ain't. Man, it's not made for everybody, because everybody ain't. Some people, they might hate their job, but without it, they doomed. They doomed. You know what I'm saying? Like you quit that job if you want to. You know what I mean? Like especially if you ain't all the way on fire, if you ain't all the way, man, you done killed your pride. Like, that's the thing. Man, that pride to have you, man, lights off, eviction, car didn't get repo, bills super behind because you prideful to get out there with the product. See, it's easy with the 9 to 5. The 9 to 5, you just go do what they tell you to do. Man, with your product, see, people talk that 9 to 5 like they don't want it. But man, you don't even know what's really out there. Plenty of people telling you, nah, I'm straight. Man, I'm straight. Man, you done heard 50 no's in a row. Like, bruh, you done heard 50 no's in a row. Man, it'll kill your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was moments when I be out there and I'm like, whew, bruh, I'm talking about I've been out here 3 hours and I'm counting the little change. I probably got about $28. I've been out here 3-4 hours. So I'm calculating. I'm like, Lord, that's like $6 an hour. At least back then I was making $13 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on. You know what I mean? I'm making $6 an hour now, Lord. But man, I'm gonna tell you how real the situation would be without the 9 to 5, man. It will be people, man, that would turn around, talking about, man, I've been out there all day, I've been out there 8-9 hours, man. I got $32 in my pocket. Somebody walk up and say, man, I saw you at the other gas station. Here go 100. Man, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, it's that type of stuff that I can't even make people believe. I can't even show people what it's like, because you really got to get out there and do it. Like, to see God send ravens to feed you. Like, I can't even describe it to make people understand it. That's why so many people still work their 9 to 5s. That's why so many people still work their jobs, because it's hard to convince them or hard for them to see that it's possible. But if you're not built like that, then I can say it's impossible, because you're not built like that. You don't have the fire inside of you to be able to really quit your job and really get out there. Like, man, I seen people quit their job and go back. Man, I seen boys, man, see what I was doing with the CDs, man, quit their job and go back and get their job. If they couldn't get that job, they went and got another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, they went and got another one. You know what I mean? Like I saw it. You know, I love what this lady said on the tube the other day, the YouTube, man. And she just talked about a lot of people want to be monetized, and she monetized, and she was just saying how, listen, y'all, everybody ain't making $7,000. She was like, everybody ain't making $5,000 every month. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I just cleared 150 and she monetized. You know what I mean? Like, she's getting ads on her videos, but she just was like, man, the views, you know, they ain't adding up like that. She done got the watch hours, but they not adding up like that. So everybody ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? Because even if your goal is to be monetized, which is great, but when you get monetized, okay, now if the people still ain't coming to watch your video in a large amount, or where you can get these views, man, you still be shout. So it still take guts there to be at a place where you can say, man, I'm monetized, but I'm gonna quit my job. Man, it take guts. You see what I'm saying? To really walk off your gig because you see a couple dollars. And not only that, man, like, I know that you gotta be pressing. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be pressing. like not everybody just gonna go viral and that thing gonna pop for you and you just gonna be on a whole nother level. Like some of us, man, you gonna have to grind. Like I'm talking about bottom, and it's way more the people that really go viral and get monetized out of the 100% of people that's trying to do it. Man, only 1 or 2% really do that. You know what I mean? Like my story isn't the one who went viral or I made something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm still making something, making it happen. You know what I mean? On the grind. It still ain't just, man, stuff just falling on me where I'm like, oh Lord, it's just, oh my God, we gone. It's gone from here. We up from here. Nah, man. It's still a grind. It's still a press. It's still a push. It's moments now where I can sit here and say, man, jobs sometimes don't seem that bad. And that's just real. Sometimes I'm at a place where I be like, a job don't even seem that bad. You know what I mean? At least you know what you finna be getting every Friday. You know what I mean? It ain't up and down. I said before on a video, I don't know which one it was, but I said before, like, man, I don't even know what it's like to have a consistent check. Man, I've been living like this, man, up and down for so long. When I'm talking about a real house, real cars, real family, real bills. I'm not talking about nobody sitting here living with nobody, and I got my own. You feel me? And we've been living like this for a long time. So it's and my wife is a stay-at-home homeschooling mama. You feel me? So it's moments where, you want to tell yourself like, man, job don't seem that bad sometimes. Sometimes it don't. You know what I mean? But for me, man, I ain't trying to do it unless God just say, bro, it's over with. So I fight every day, even in my frustrating times where I want to throw the towel and I want to be like, go get that 9 to 5, bro. Go on here and hop in an 18-wheeler. Go get your CDLs. Go work at Amazon. Go deliver some packages. Go to FedEx, UPS. Go start a. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's moments. It's moments. I'm not gonna lunch out and fly out like it ain't moments. It's moments, but I won't never forget how I felt when I had my last job. Like I just remember how they just had a problem with stuff that I understand. They got an entity, they got a business they trying to run. They don't got time for me uh, saying I don't feel good today or really I just don't want to come in. Like, nah, bro, we got to move this product, and I understand that. And some people like myself, like, I just want built like that. I want built for that. Man, I love my freedom. You know what I'm saying? If my money can catch up with my freedom, ah, that's like heaven. You feel me? Like, bro, if I could get my money to catch up with my freedom, because I got all the time in the day to do whatever I want to do. I just need all the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah. But yeah, because I don't want all the money. That's like some whole other type stuff. So I'm like, Lord, just give me a piece, just give me a share, just so I can do some things and enhance the kingdom and take care of the community and people and let them see you. That's why I want the money, to be able to really advance the kingdom, really push the kingdom. And I know that a 9 to 5 can't do it unless I own it, unless I own the business. If I don't own it, then man, like it can't do what I needed to do. So, man, listen, I would say at the end of the day, like for real, like, man, know at the end of the day that if the 9 to 5 is for you, it's okay. But if the 9 to 5 ain't for you, man, that's okay too. Man, make it happen.